Today I'd like to show you how to replace a scanner unit. It's hidden under here, but it's inside of this glass. That's where we're going to get to and try to get it out. This is an HP NV55 series printers, 5500. So first what we're going to do is we're going to open this cover. We're going to go to this tab right here on the right. Okay, so when it's lifted, what you're going to do is you're just going to hold the top cover like I am doing so, and then we're going to push this back. Usually just, it's pretty simple. You can use a screwdriver to do that, just like so, and that allows for the top cover to be open like that. So after that, we can open this cover and pull it out, but we should be able to get to all these things just by removing the cords here, the screws here. But we'll just do it the right way. It's not that hard to remove this cover, so we'll just go ahead and do that. So we're going to use a T10 torque screw, size 10 screwdriver tip. And just let's remove some screws. There's the ones that hold the control panel, somewhat similar to the disassembly video that we have of this printer, but it doesn't hurt to go in again. Be careful with this one, you can just push it in. So there should be a screw in there. There we go. There's one in here. Okay. There's also one here. One in there. So quite a few places where there's screws. So when we remove the control panel by removing the two screws, we can just set it aside. Then we have one more screw here, another one there. I hope you can see all the places there. But in general, I think we got all of them. I'm just gonna remove the sides to the side here. Just kind of push them away. You can move this to the side. Okay, so after we lift this, we don't even have to lift it fully. We just need to lift this portion right here. So the scanner unit. And another thing, you need to disconnect this right here. Sorry, I didn't take it out first, but this is screwed in right here. It's a spring that holds the top cover from falling backwards. So we're going to make sure we don't drop any screws into the printer. So we'll just hang it right here. Now we got this up. The scanner unit disconnected already. We have screws right here so you can see better. Like I said, you don't have to even go further in here. If you can get to these screws, then it's just, better for you after you lift it up. You can get to those screws. But since we're doing like a video where we can actually show you, we'll just remove the screws this way. So that's 5 so far. 6 screws, 7, and 8. We got that. And then let me just put those screws down. And there's some tabs right here that we need to push back. So I'm going to lift it up like this here. since the tabs are there, we already know where they're at. Just gonna gently take a flathead screwdriver. I'm gonna push it back. Okay, that lifts up, and this side also. Okay, now since we got that out, I'm going to try to carefully, without snapping it back in, flip it over, like so. Lift this cover, and that is where our scanner is. So if you need to replace it, if you need to replace the whole wire, you can do so by removing it here. I'm not going to do that, but it's definitely something you can do. Then it disconnects right here, winds in, so you can just connect this cord and put this cord back in. There's a magnet right there. So this is how it's in there. So in order to change a new one, I'd rather use gloves on this, but I think we got it. So we're gonna connect this back in here, and then flip around, connect this one. That's when we're installing the new one already. So it's a bit of work. Then we're gonna tuck that in there like so, and push this in like that. Then we're going to put it back on the rail. Doesn't matter where, because the printer will detect it, but definitely put it in the correct position on the inside of the rail. So it's inside of this, this gear right here is supposed to be in there, so, and the wheels should be in the correct position. You'll need to push this back, so like that, for it to fit in there. And like I said, you don't want to touch the light part of it. There we go, it's in there. And then the glass will make it straight. So when you're replacing this, make sure you clean off any dust on this side. We just opened it, so we shouldn't have gotten any in here. All these .cc are on the top of the glass. And we're gonna just cover this and snap it back in. If we have everything in place, we shouldn't have a problem. We have everything in the correct position. Okay, looks like it's all snapped in. You can see that there's no, and all the screw holes are aligned. So our tabs are in place, and we're going to check to make sure this is correct. Looks like it is. We're going to put the screws back. Okay, and getting my last screw in there. Okay. Now, in order for us to see where this is connecting into the printer, we're just going to lift this cover since we already got it out. Going to make sure we place this in here like that. And the connection, here I'll show you. The wire connects into here, like so. Okay. So we need to feed this through the spring that attaches there. And then we're going to put a screw in there. So I'll go ahead and do that. There we go. So we got that part covered. This is something that holds the back cover from falling over. So now we have this here to just put everything in place. Got the cord for the control panel out. Okay. We're going to connect this back. Okay, and before I put more screws back in, I'm going to, so I have the control panel connected. Put this back just for now, so I could close the top, and we're gonna try to see if we put the scanner, if we connected it all back together normally. So it seems like the control panel is working. So there's no error, such as scanner error or anything like that. It just asked me to load paper since I reset it. So you can see that rolls back and forth just like it should. So we got all that right. The rest, what we need to do is just, we can go ahead and power off the printer. Also disconnect right here and just put all the screws back where they belong. So just go ahead and do that. So just go ahead and go all the way around and put the screws back where they belong. And then when you're all done with it, there's screws here, the screws that hold the top. Make sure when you're all done, just make sure you put this back where it belongs, and you're all set. So that's just basically how you replace the cover. And like I said, if you just want to go this route without, you should be able to get, it's going to be a bit hard, but you may be able to get into those screw holes right there, and without removing this, which adds some labor to this, but it's doable. You can replace it or fix it. Sometimes what happens also on scanners is one of the teeth breaks here and it causes the problem, so it's not always the scanner issue. Check out the gear alignment right here. Make sure none of the teeth are broken on the passage there. So and thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to our channel. We have a video where we disassemble this printer, which is very similar to what we did today. So have a wonderful day. Thank you.